Hello everyone, welcome back. Cameron here, and I'm back from my week off and I'm re-energized, and I want to tackle a topic that motivates me. And I want to tackle something a bit darker and deeper than normal. So if you're not up for that, I suggest you kind of tune out. I am going to play fitness profit, and that is, I suspect within the next 5 to 10 years, the fitness industry is going to have a massive overhaul, and a lot of the stuff going on right now is going to change, and that's going to be brought around by an absolute just plague of injuries and illness. I believe that the dietary advice out at the moment and the exercise advice out at the moment, this kind of trend of looking good and putting that above everything else, before health, before well-being, is going to crash, it's self-destructive, and it's going to implode. That's because now what used to be a 12-week transformation program is now an 8-week transformation program. What used to be a 1,600 calorie diet is now a 1,200 calorie diet, because you've got to get leaner quicker. You've got to get your body running on as little energy as possible while putting out as much as possible. So to clarify, I don't think it's the trainer's fault. I don't think anyone's going out there with bad intentions to hurt people. It's just the case that in order to survive, these programs are sort of rising to the top. That's the marketing that's successful. And people are doing things to their body that just aren't going to end well. Is that beginners are now doing plyometric programs quicker than ever, and explosive programs, and trying to lift more and sacrifice more form in order to lift more weight and burn off more energy. I've seen a person doing their first personal training session ever, their first session in the gym, doing burpee snatches. They shouldn't be doing burpees, they shouldn't be doing snatches. The form was awful, but they were burning off lots of energy. They felt really sick by the end of the session and they were exhausted. And that's the mark of a good session now, because it's get the body looking as good as possible. Doesn't matter where it's at 5, 10 years from now. And generally people would go, pain, injury, illness, I will stop what I'm doing. That is my body's way of saying no. Well, unfortunately, we're kind of at a point where the way we look is so crucial, and it overpowers the pain and the warning signs that our body gives us. And it's sad working in a gym seeing 25-year-old and under people coming in with chronic long-term injuries like slipped discs or incredibly bad shoulder impingement or shearing of the shoulder. In fact, I met one girl who came in and she had a torn pec because she was seeing a PT and she kept doing push-ups. She just kept going. And she pushed herself to the point where she tore that pectoral muscle and tore her hamstrings doing other things because she didn't want to stop. She wanted to look a certain way, and she had so much trust in that trainer that she pushed through that pain barrier. And people can do that. They can push themselves to the point of breaking down. It just depends how badly you want it. And it's going to end badly. It's going to end in injury. It's going to end in illness. It's going to end with people that are malnourished or that they've done things to their body that their metabolism is so low. And one of the hardest things I've had to deal with as a trainer was meeting an 11-year-old girl, she's 13 now, who had been placed on for a year on a 500 calorie ketogenic diet. That girl ate 500 calories a day for a year. Just let that sink in. And in the meantime, she was exercising every single day. This same girl has dislocated her shoulder by the time she was 13. She has chronic knee pain from doing lots of long, hard sprints on treadmills and ellipticals and all that kind of stuff. She's also now seeing a psychologist because she's suffering with really bad anxiety about the way that she looks, and she gets that kind of anxiety when she eats anything that has a carb in it or a sugar in it or a fat. This girl's been to professionals, she's been to nutritionists, she's seen a lot of different trainers and exercise physiologists and whatnots, but those people feel so compelled to deliver results right away in such a short period of time that that's the focus, is we're not looking at the context of what an individual should be doing for their body in the long run. We're just looking at, I've got to give this person results or they're going to leave and I'm going to go broke. So for those of you that come to my channel and ask why my advice is different, that's why, because I've met these people that have done these exercises or different diets and that context has not been considered. I've seen them down the line when they get to 60 and they've got bad shoulders, bad knees, bad backs. They can't keep the weight off. They're just freaking miserable. And I feel this is becoming far too common, and that depresses me. It makes me sad. It actually really hurts. It makes me anxious. So I've made this channel, and I want it to be all about holistic health and long-term results and health psychology in general, so that I can hopefully help just one of these people make decisions that are going to help them in the long run. And all this self-destructive and long-term and really high intensity and really low calorie diets are all going to implode. bodies are going to break down. They can't run like that. You're going to look great in your 20s, but I don't know what you're going to be like for the rest of your life. And the rest of the scientific industry doesn't really know much about it either, because we've not seen what happens to you yet. I hope my prediction fails. I want to be wrong. I really, really want to be wrong. I want all this to work. I want everyone to look great and be healthy. But I've got this nagging sense that I'm right. And that's why I'm doing health psychology. So my suggestion to you, my followers, is become a physiotherapist, a doctor, or a nutritionist, because in 5 to 10 years' time, you're going to be fucking loaded with work. It's going to be phenomenal for you. So that's what you want to get into. So tell me below how you're going to take advantage of this giant change in the health and fitness industry brought around by the suffering of others. And thank you for watching. I'm sorry this was a very heavy, dark thing. Thank you to those who watched to the end. And to those of you who follow, I hope that I can at least help you in some way. I respect you for going on these journeys and trying these things that are out there at the moment, but I want you to be cautious. I want you to be careful, and I want you to consider what your body's going to be like in the long run, because there's more to life than how you look in your 20s and how you look in your 30s. You've got this whole life ahead of you, and I don't want you to be injured and sick for any of it. So take care, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.